The Drake Ironclad has finally landed, and today we'll have a look at it in just a second. It's a special tour for me, as I have been rebuilding the complete interior of the ship in 3D over the course of the last 1.5 years, so I have both a very specific idea as well as equally specific questions about what has changed since the concept. This will be an unscripted reaction. I will do base and assault in separate videos, and then I will compare the final model to my work as well as the concept in a separate, more detailed video later, but probably after Invictus is over. I managed to stay completely unprepared. I have not looked at the model files or potential leaks for an authentic unscripted reaction. Unfortunately, you could not fly it in the PTU, so hang a view only. But now, let's get to it. Let's start with the base Ironclad. Finally. Okay, finally. Okay, first impression, it feels smaller than I expected. But as far as I know, it has not shrinked or grown. It should be the same size as in the concept. I have heard from Grim that the lighting is not working interiorly, only that it's currently on alarm settings. I hope that's not the case for us. And if it is, then the assault will assumably be better looking. Okay, the landing gear is massive and looks really incredible. I had doubts that they managed to make it look like it could carry the weight, but it looks really, really sturdy. Then it's very loud, and it is a lot lower again. It's not really smaller, but it's lower than I expected, and lower than you've seen it in my IAE video last year. I had it so high that you could just walk underneath, and here I would have to crouch a bit. And that means that these ladders are super easily accessible. I said that they might be too high, but they are moving and they are so low that you could just climb on, probably. Okay, so it's lower than I expected, which makes a lot of sense. But I think I did that based on some piece of concept art. I should check out later if it was lowered or if I made a mistake. And there's two small things that I spotted in the latest teaser. I think it was 4 or 5 days ago. I think there is two things I didn't mention in my earlier videos. It looks like there is an access to the roof section with the handrails from the sides of the hangar gantries. And it looks like there's a new window in the top floor looking forward, like right next to the command module. We'll see about that in a second. But I have to say the engines look amazing. It looks so massive. And again, so much lower to the floor than mine. But it looks great. I also felt that in some of the concept pieces, it looked a bit too polished in pieces, but there's welding seams everywhere here. And these welding seams here, they must be the size of my hand. It's really big welding seams. But the detailing here, the detailing on the red panels, it's lovely. I didn't do any of that because I focused on the interior. But the greebling, oh, it looks amazing. There's the docking port that's really hidden. Oh, the greebling is amazing. And here's another tiny change to... Or is it? No, it's not. So far everything looks really close to concept, except for details. Oh, and I have not checked the underside for elevators or something. Maybe there is a new entry, but so far I have not spotted one. The VTOLs look great. They lacked a lot of detail in the HoloViewer model, and in mine too, obviously. They look great. Everything looks so fine. But still, it looks a tiny bit smaller than I expected, but I always have the feeling that it looks smaller in Star Citizen. I'm going to have a look in VR later. Okay, where do I open the ramp? There. Call. Okay, sound design amazing as always. Wow. Still feels smaller than I thought, and feels smaller than in my scenes. I used a very wide camera angle always, but it looks great. First things first, there's an elevator here, which is open, and that is, I did draw an elevator here in the latest speculation video. I said there needs to be one here to get stuff up. So perfect positioning. It is only on one side though. No, there's two. There's one on either side. Amazing. And that space was pretty much unused before anyway, so perfect placement for these. But the doors are still pretty small, so you still can't get bigger boxes into the front. We'll get there later. I'm getting ahead of myself. The ladder, they talked a lot about these ladders. To me, it doesn't really look like it has moved at all. Maybe like a few, like maybe a meter or something, but the ladder was depicted in the front and it's still there. It's right in front of the cargo grid. But it's still where it was in the concept. But I think there's more. Yeah, there's 4 now. There's one in every corner. It looks like the cargo grid is turned, or is it not? Or can you do it in either direction? I put all my cargo boxes like horizontal. These look vertical. I'm not even sure if I... No, in the concept art they were like as I depicted it. Maybe that is different now, maybe you can do it either way. But I think this is what Grim meant. The lighting is, the red lighting is emergency lighting. It's supposed to be brighter. Let's hope that it's a little lighter in the assault. Okay. Okay. So I spot a door that wasn't there. I think that is where I predicted to be the staircase. Let's have a look at that in a second. In the center is our turret down into the lower gun. Don't care about that. Nova already placed some vehicle here. This is supposed to be, it's designed for mules. With the window overhead. The lighting here is amazing. It looks very, very atmospheric. Then we have the component axis that has not really moved. There's one missing here. These are fuses. I think there was only one component piece here, but could be 2. Okay, and this, when there's component access now, this originally was the access to the stairway going upstairs. So that has moved. That's good. We'll have a look at that in a second. On this side there was nothing here. That is still the case. There is no door to the right, kinda unfortunately. But no changes. Some weapon racks, fire extinguisher, all good. I like the labeling. It has color coding for all the different decks. That's amazing. And then here we should have a few steps down. Excuse me. A few steps down, pretty much as I depicted it, and then a second door, and that should lead outside onto that small balcony. Oh, it has an Ironclad label here. That's lovely. This balcony is amazing. I love it. I loved it in the concept. I still love it. But it is very low. I expected it to be a bit more secure feeling, like a bit more off the ground. But I assume it will be amazing if you're outside. So far so good. Okay, that's helpful for lighting this up. And there's so much space. Alright, this I assume again is the way up. There's a new elevator here. Oh no. Okay, so this is the other side, the other balcony. More or less symmetrical. And I said, oh no, because in this corner here there was a ladder upstairs. And now we have a small elevator instead. And I really, really liked having the ladder there. Let's ignore that for a second. I assume it will only go up one deck anyways. Let's have a look at this. Oh. Okay, that's unexpected. That took an unexpected turn. Oh! It leads to engineering. Oh no, it's so different than I depicted it. Oh, okay. So this goes up to the second deck now. Okay, I made a lot of assumption about this new door here. I was wrong. I was hoping that it splits in the middle. I was right about all this. This is the new ladder going up to the third deck. And about this corner that goes up to the Gantry. Let's go there in a minute. This window here, the view is lovely. Great addition. Not many changes here, except maybe... Is this a ladder or something? No. Looks like decoration only. What is that? No appropriate item. Not sure what that is. This should be... The docking collar should be behind, and this is just lockers, I assume? Suit lockers? Yeah. Also pretty much exactly like in the concept, even with the two benches. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Very close to the concept. This leads to engineering. I'm going to take this route instead. And that should be the second way into engineering. This half is again very close to concept. Wow, the lighting is amazing. Component access, very much like in the concept. 3 big components here and a few more back there. Again, lighting is amazing. These shadows everywhere, lovely. I'm a bit sad that there is no way down. I expected this to be a bigger room with a lot of stuff happening downstairs too. And I'm also curious if you can jump over this and die as you could on the... Was it the... Wasn't the Perseus? The Polaris. Okay, yes, just like the concept, just 3 more component pieces. Just a lot prettier. And this leads back to where we just came from. So I got that right, that's good. And then here I expect some tiny changes. In that corner now we have that elevator instead of the ladder. And here the second door has been removed for nothing really. It's just on the other side now, and this should be the ladder upstairs, the stairs upstairs. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that. Honestly, that means a lot of running around here. I think what I described in the very last video with the door, the stairs splitting in the middle and having one half here and one on the other side would be a lot more efficient. They talked a lot about optimizing walkways, and I think this is maybe it's a visual upgrade, but it's not really more efficient than the concept one. Gantry port side. These are lovely, and I mentioned these new steel beams everywhere, they look good, but the beams themselves, especially with the little overhang here, means that a lot of the ship predictions that we did in the very beginning might not be true anymore, because this will restrict that to the width that was officially posted early on. It's a very loud chip, you have to say. It's very fitting, but it's very loud. Oh, this has changed. There was no angle here. Looks very good though. And again, the lighting is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. Oh, this is so much narrower than in my depiction. So this door should be the tractor beam. It's labeled. Still, this is the tractor beam. Oh, the lighting is so good. Oh, it's just a station. That's a bit... Okay. Okay, ship is currently not on, so I can look at that later. That's the front tractor beam. Okay, and this is the first exciting bit. This is the secure storage. Oh, okay. No, okay. I thought it was all completely closed. They just made it a little less transparent. You can't look inside as good anymore, but they are still there. It's still 5 of them. 5 little rooms with whatever kind of illicit cargo you want to put here. How do you open them though? I don't see a way to open it. Maybe I can't. Maybe that's what makes it secure. Maybe only the owner can. There's a tiny bench added here. If you want to chill with the prisoners. Not sure what that is for. Especially right in front of the window. That's a bit... I would rather look outside than... like stand closer and look outside than have a bench here. Yeah, but the secure storage, maybe this is something about the permissions. Or maybe you can only open and close them from the command deck. That would also make it more secure. Let's see when we get there. What do we have here? Oh look, these are the security images we had leaked and I've been talking about. They are static, so it's not static, there's kind of animation over it, but it's still just one image. So it's not working live cameras, it's just the images we've seen earlier. And here's a... No, wait. Right above is a working live... Amazing. And here, okay, this is where you open them. Thank you very much. So we have 5, we have a button for every single one or one for all. Let's open all of them. And then we actually have a live feed here. That is amazing. Even though it has nothing to do with the images we've seen earlier, those are static, but then there's also a live camera view here. Very cool. And these are the open... Ooh, again, lovely lighting. And this kind of looks like a small cargo grid, if I'm honest, but could be wrong. Oh, and they got small windows too. I'm not sure if I modeled them. I think I did. With bars in front, that's a nice touch. Alright, then on the other side we have access to the turret. There should be a second one on the assault, but this one should take us up. Haha, sound design, amazing. Sound design, amazing. View, not so amazing. I mean, to the top it's fine, but it's kind of what we should have expected. I feel like there's a few missing textures. I feel like the detail should be higher. Could be issues on my end or on the PTU, but it looks like there's a few detail maps missing. Okay, symmetrical. Yeah, and these doors definitely limit the amount of, or the size of cargo boxes you can get through. So even a one SCU might fit, but not more. Oh, excuse me. There's a big... Oh, I can open the cargo bay from the hangar. Let's do it right now. I'm not sure if that is a safety issue. Oh, again, the detailing is lovely. The animation is lovely. Oh, it has so much weight. Lovely. Okay. It only opens this far. That's expected. But, oh, it looks so good. And you can see the bridge, oh, the command deck, not the bridge. Love it. Okay, let's head up. Oh, there, that's the roof access. That's what I was talking about. I kind of saw, I only saw a light outside that kind of looked like an access to me. And that I have never depicted because I just realized last minute that that was added. I mean, it was only in the teaser a week ago. Oh, lovely, we can get to the exterior. These here, we've seen similar safety things on the Kraken exterior. I assume these are those assets they talked about that will help make that one. Here's one tractor beam. I only see one. But it looks like it can still move horizontally. And then vertically or like depth-wise, not sure about that. Let's see if you can get up here. Yes, you can. Okay, but actually I would prefer to go inside and see the full interior first. We can... I depicted two places that I said are possible for like an... oh, there's another suit locker. That's great. In my latest, I showed two areas where I said exterior access is possible. One was on the side, that's not where it is, and one was on the back of the very top. I already saw in the last teaser that it's not there, so I don't think there's another access to the ceiling, to the exterior, but that's enough. That's good. Okay, and now we head up. Oh, this has been opened. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, this looks very different. It is not very different. That's just this one area that I had walls and doors in front, but it's still the same layout. And from here we should get to the command deck. This is the image we saw in the teaser. Like, I think it was January or February. Okay. Oh! Collision issues. But it works. Okay, there's two seats missing. There were two. There were two in the front and two in the back in the concept. Now it's only two. Instead, the lighting, the lighting has improved. That's lovely. And the component access still looks very similar to how it was. It looks narrower. Oh, and here's the... Oh no. It says elevator, but it's a staircase. So I assume this leads to the elevator that we've seen in the corner. Okay, this is completely new. This was not in the concept. It's a great idea to get out of the command deck, because it was kind of a death trap before. Is it the most efficient layout? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure about the changes to the staircase. But this addition here is great to have two access to the command deck. And the view is pretty much as bad as I depicted it. I was a bit worried that I made it look worse than it is, but from down here it's pretty terrible. You don't see anything you don't see the cargo hold at all. The only thing that is new is this tiny little window that's helpful, but not really. And let's see the view from the seat. Okay, that looks great. Oh, this fan is already annoying me. The view is amazing. I mean, the cargo hold is amazing, but you don't see much. Maybe it has been intentionally worsened, so you don't want to fly it from here anymore. Okay, from here to the... Oh, actually that door. I didn't add that door. To the left we have that ladder. That newly added ladder. No big surprises here. And to the rear, we have the habitation area. Lighting, amazing. Layout has changed a tiny bit. The couch got a bit more angled, but it's not really a layout change, it's just a different... The seating is a bit nicer than it was on the Caterpillar. Otherwise it looks the same. Same as concept and same as my model. This should be 2 bathrooms. Lovely. And I'm a bit curious about these rooms. I had no... The way I modeled these rooms was just like guesswork. I have no idea how the layout is. Okay, it's exactly the same. Just that I had a small desk here and they have a small storage. Oops. Okay, cool. Also working storage here. And the same nets. Okay, cute. Claustrophobic. Just how we like it. And then we move to the last one. I had this long corridor here going up, if you remember. This is obviously a much better use of that space. And then dead ahead should be the command module, which I better not get into because apparently it has collision issues in the PTU. You are falling through apparently, but this should be your access to the command module. Then here we have the new elevator. Oh, and that is that window from the front that I mentioned shortly in the beginning. So lovely, this elevator here is completely open. That looks really good. I mean, it looks terrible, but it looks interesting. We can take that down in a minute. Now I want to see the captain's quarters. Owner. It just says owner. I love that. Oh, Well positioned, well played. So, small bathroom. I kinda hoped that they had a slightly cooler bathroom, but they don't. Oh, he left. Okay, I love this room. I said that I intentionally didn't add anything here, but the desk looking towards the door is obviously much better than the bed looking at the door. That is now here. Should make you feel a lot safer, even though I also hope that the bed was slightly more cozy and comfortable, but it's fine, it's okay. There's a seat here, I like that very much too. A very, very cozy room. Cozy, like obviously cozy in Drake terms. And then the view to the front, fortunately still as terrible as I depicted it, so I didn't do it wrong. Personal storage. Cigars, obviously. Nice touch. The seat is amazing. A small screen, is there anything on it? BJ 30th. Nice. Is this working? I mean, it's cool that it's working, but so much for working. I wanted to say it would make more sense in a place where you can actually like play it with two players, but okay, this is like the perfect representation of just don't touch it. Can I take the cigar? Okay, nice touch, nice touch. This view has improved a tiny bit, I would say. That's pretty cool. But otherwise, no gigantic changes. No second access here, or exit. Okay, so the only thing left to check out is the new elevator. Wow, that's loud. Okay, this is actually the best view I've seen so far. But this is another very lovely addition, I have to say. There you can see the command module. I would like to compare the view from there, but apparently that's not possible right now. There's no collision again. But I would say this elevator is really helpful. So this goes to the command deck. And this one goes back to where the ladder was in the original concept. I was hoping for a few more ladders in case the elevators break. And I have not spotted a single Jeffries tube so far, which is a bit sad. And it kind of looks like the exterior access is only on the opposite side, which is strange. I expected that to be symmetrical. So let's have another look at the exterior then. very atmospheric. Very, very good for boarding gameplay. Except that, yeah, it looks like there really is only access on the opposite side. So these gantries here are still, I mean, they are there, but there's no real way to get there properly. They feel useless. There's no way to where you're supposed to get there, and also there might be no way getting back up now. Okay, that's silly. Okay, that's super silly. You should be able to get somewhere from there. And this feels kinda like an open invitation for boarding, I have to say. I liked it a bit more when it was higher up and looked a bit more secure. One remote turret here. There always was a second one here. Not sure if that has been removed. No, it's still there. Ha! I didn't expect to be able to go everywhere, but that's lovely too. Oh! This is missing all its textures. Lovely. And this is the place where I kinda thought a second entrance would be possible, and it looks like it would be, this is the perfect place for a second door, obviously. I kinda wish it was there. To have a better like exit if you're up here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And then I fell through the engines, got stuck inside and died. Climatic ending, I know. But here are a few things I overlooked the first time. The internal turret is above the cargo deck where I expected it, and surprisingly the stack and tractor beam too. This one does not move at all, which is a bit underwhelming, especially when the top one, controlled from the left seat in the command deck, is not free moving as maybe not promised but definitely hinted at, but instead just switching between left and right position. And this terminal also controls the top remote turret. And that is it. I think I said enough. I really like it. Some changes like the gantry to surface exit are great, and others, specifically the stairs and elevators, I feel are less efficient than the concept. Also less efficient than what I mocked up last week, but that was never really the point. This layout is more interesting than the concept, more Drake, more like the Caterpillar, and I like it more. I would have appreciated a few more ladders or crawl spaces, but that is really all. I really love the ship, visually at least. I will continue with the assault when I find the time throughout the next days. Thank you for watching and see you soon.